Hey guys, it's Joshua again here with Ammo Goes Quick, and happy 4th of July. We're here today to talk about the 4 universal rules of gun safety. Why? Because 4 million guns were sold last month. That's right, June of 2020, 4 million guns sold. I don't know how many of you guys are first-time gun buyers. I don't know how many of you guys are trained on the most basic rules of safety, but we'll go over them today just in case. Let's get to it. Rule number 1, always treat a firearm as if it's loaded and know the condition of your firearm. That means know if there's a round in the chamber and know if you have a magazine full of rounds in the gun. Rule number 2, never let the muzzle point at anything that you're willing to destroy. Means don't point it at your friend as a joke. Don't let your hand pass in front of it. Don't hold it along your side and let it, go right in front of your foot. Don't aim it at your leg by accident when putting it in your holster. This list goes on and on. Imagine that your gun has a laser coming out of the end of it and it can't touch anybody or anything that you're not willing to shoot. Rule number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you are on your target and you've made a decision to shoot. What that means here, your finger is on the slide or on the frame of the gun. It's not in the trigger guard. When we typically get scared or frightened or startled, we typically go to defensive mode, which gives us the bear claws. If your finger is in the trigger guard, when that happens, it could be bad, right? So finger always on the side of your frame, ready to go there, and that's rule number 3. Rule number 4 is know your target and what's behind your target. A bullet travels pretty fast and has a lot of energy. It will go through your wall, it will go through that wall, it will go through the next wall, it will go through your neighbor's wall, and you don't want to hurt your neighbor's cat. So, how do we know how to function this weapon, right? Is there a round in the chamber? Is there a magazine full of rounds in it? Who knows? First thing we do when we check a firearm, we pull out the magazine. I've got these red dummy rounds for training, right? And then, is there a round in the chamber? All we gotta do is pull back on this slide. Ooh, loud. And then we do a visual inspection. What we do here, this little button right here, it's the slide lock. We pull back on the slide, we push up on that lock, and then we do a visual inspection inside. If we see a round in there, it means there's a round in the chamber. If there's no round in there, we're clear. Magazine empty, magazine wall is clear, and the chamber's clear. We're good. This gun is safe. Now, what if the magazine was in there? When we did the first check, what just happened? We pull out the magazine. We're not safe because when we did that check, we chambered rounds. So what we typically do is we drop the magazine first, do the check twice, do the lock back, and then we inspect. Now some people will turn their head to the side, away from it, and check again, because the mind, if it knows what it's looking for, can sometimes put that image in your head that it's empty. No, wait, it's not. Anyways, that's that. How do we store a firearm? Some people store it with a magazine in and a round in the chamber, ready to rock and roll. I'm not saying that's wrong. I don't do it that way. I store my firearm in a nice lock safe, right? That's key. Locked. Safe. I store it with a magazine in the gun and no round in the chamber. That way, if for whatever reason I'm not going to pick up a gun with my finger on the trigger, but if I accidentally pick up the gun and something happens, there's no round in the chamber to go off. But, you do have to remember, in scenarios where you need that firearm, you got to rack it to put a round in the chamber. There's a lot more to this video, and, we'll be posting some more videos. I'm going to try and post them pretty regularly coming up here in the next few days. Video every day or other day or what have you. Just on some of the basics that everybody who's new needs to know. I feel like there's just so many gun sales. We need to keep putting out new videos on this so that people are getting some awareness of the things that is expected of them when they go to the range or go to the gun shop to buy a gun. some of the things that are just kind of 101, right? So I'm going to create this new series called Firearms 101, and we'll go over firearm safety, going to the range, buying a gun, and we'll put those videos in there. So I'll put that link in the description with that playlist so that you guys can check out all those videos that are coming up in the future, and will be useful for the next couple of future videos, and we'll go through and you can keep watching the videos kind of going through the series, and we'll talk about this more and maybe some current events in there, kind of like the cul-de-sac warriors that had poor handling. We might do a little quick video on that and everything. And yeah, like, subscribe. If you got anything out of this, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.